Hello, welcome back to another episode of 999. So, as you can see, we are at this junction, and I have a few things to say before we begin. The first thing is, it is finally time to reveal the long-awaited notebook page. Hold on, I have to tap out of this. Okay. Hold on. And bam. That's my my notebook page. As you can see, half the stuff is just completely useless, and I've gotten my mileage out of it, but it's about time I move on to something bigger and better. In that I mean a new page in my notebook. Uh, and, okay, you can pause this right now if you want to look at it some more, because I'm about to turn it off, okay? Alright, it's gone. Alright, I'm going back into the game. Anyway, the first thing I want to address is I went through and replayed the fourth room again. Let me see, what's the button for that? And yes, I am on controller now. Okay, I don't think I can lift the... Oh, crap.
I think I'm gonna go with door 8.
Okay, I did not mean to actually press that option, but I was gonna choose that anyway. So I went back and replayed door 4. You can see that I got the key item thing, apparently. Or I did something that makes it so that it shows unlocked, whatever that means. I'm guessing that means for, like, the good ending. Like, judging by this down here, it says, oh, this is locked. And I was really confused that there was not a choice there, but, yeah. And obviously, I'm also playing on my controller now, as I mentioned on my before. Anyway, as I was replaying through this room, I chose a few different dialogue options. I didn't say anything different to June when she was like, oh, are you worried about me? I said, yeah, I am. I felt bad. I didn't want to say it's not like that. But I did choose something about the stock market instead of gambling. And weirdly enough, what was his name? Santa? Santa mentioned that, he mentioned Cradle Pharmaceuticals had, like, a big boom and he made some money off of that because he did some stock stuff. And that was really weird to me. And I also chose, the actual Titanic when June asked what the ship could be, like the thing when you get the map, and the dialogue was also a bit different, and they started talking about a ship called Olympia instead of the replica, and then they went on about that for a while, and ultimately it ended up nowhere. Basically, it went back to the same Egyptian mummy thing, and finally I did do the Funyarimpa dialogue. It was really funny. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm so sorry about all my throat clearing. Let me try and get that fixed real quick. Okay. I think that might have made it a tiny bit better. And then after I finished that basic, like, cabin room, I just teleported back to this point where I chose the door. I was going to choose door 8. So I think I mentioned at the end of the last one, my plans for this playthrough is going through door 4, which I already did, and then through door 8, since I haven't seen it before, and then through door 6. And after I finish doors 8 and 6, I feel like it'll be a pretty straight shot to get all the other endings. As long as I figure out what these key items are, or, like, information or whatever. Always just think it's, like, a key item. One thing, like, I went through the scene, and it says I unlocked it, but, like, the only thing that I feel like was important was the bookmark thing. Because the last time I went through door 4, it wasn't relevant at all. Like, we took it from Santa. I don't know why I'm struggling to remember his name so bad today. We took it from Santa, and then it was never mentioned again, basically. So I feel like that might have something to do with it. And, one more thing. I'm back with another theory. I know, like, the past 3 recording sessions have just been me coming up with more and more insane theories, but... So, this game has been, like, living in my mind after I got this first ending. Like, I was, like, hooked. And I was thinking about this ending last night. And I was thinking about what happened to Ace and Lotus after Clover, like, became crazy. Because it was never explicitly shown. And I regret to say it, but I think I have even more reason to suspect Ace right now. Hold on, wrong button. Let me show you something. So, in that ending, it showed that Clover had access to bracelets of the other people, like the people she killed. and she implied that with those she could use them on doors and stuff. And again, in that route, I had gone through door 5, where it showed where the 9th guy died and his bracelet was off. And it was also shown that 7 had left a way into there to leave the door open. And that implies that someone could have gone in and get it. And I have reason to believe that someone who went and got it, that could be Ace. And I believe this for a couple of reasons. So, in the Axe ending, or whatever it's called, I think it's called Axe. Oops. Let me check, sorry. Yes, it's just called Axe. In that ending, before Clover came back, Ace said to Lotus, I want to show you something. And then, Junpei was like, why only her? Why not me? And he said, I'll come back and show you. And what I think is, I think they went through the 9th door. And you might be asking, how did they do that? It's 2 people. And the numbers wouldn't make 9. But, if you consider the fact that Ace and Lotus went and had, the 9th man's bracelet. I specifically believe that Ace had it and not Lotus, for reasons I'll get to in a second. If you have those 3 things, you get a digital root of 9. So you can go through door 9. And the second reason I believe Ace has the 9th man's bracelet is because of Snake and how he died. And I was thinking and thinking and thinking. Like Clover said that the only 2 people it could have been were 7 and Snake. I mean, not 7 and Snake. 7 and 7. I mean, 7 and Santa. Oh my god, what is it with Santa's name today? I just cannot remember it. Anyway, she said that those were the only 2 who could have done it. But I feel like that's false. Because, alright, watch this. So, if Ace had the 9th man's bracelet, and he had Snake agree to whatever he had done, like, if he managed to get Snake to verify at the red, they would have been able to go open door 3. It makes the digital root, and it satisfies the at least 3 people requirement. And that's really unfortunate. I don't want to suspect anyone, but clearly I've been stabbed in the back once, so why not get stabbed in the back twice in the same ending? Because, man, I mean, it could have been true that Ace did have intentions of going back for Junpei and bringing him out from the exit once it was opened. But I don't believe that. I'm not sure why, I just don't believe that. And it's also because, like, he must have murdered Snake. Like, that's my theory right now. So yeah, my unfortunate theory is that Ace is a bad guy. And I have a couple of other reasons for believing that too. It's because of that really weird thing where, like, he put himself to sleep in the guise of a sacrifice. And I feel like, I don't know what that was for, like, the fact that he had sleeping medication, I feel like in itself is suspicious. He specifically said, I didn't think I would use it on me, or something like that. And it had me thinking, then who would you be using it for? And just another weird thing is when we went through door 1, there was that really strange scene where Junpei seemed to, like, snap at him. And then Ace was like, I know what you did about, like, the rigged draw paper thing. And that came off as really, really strange to me. Like, he even specifically referred to Ace as an opponent in that scene, which stuck out to me. Anyway, yeah, those are my ramblings. I think I took up like a third of the video time just talking, but I really had to get all that stuff off my chest. Alright, anyway, it's time to go through door 8. I'm excited. I think it was like, oh, they were talking about the, what was it, the operating room and the laboratory, and I was really excited because I was like, oh, a laboratory sounds nice. I don't know, but I think that's where we're going this time, the lab.
Okay, 8 it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. That means June's got to go through 7.
What? Why?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
The 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind? There are only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan A.
Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7.
I feel like
4,
this is the same.
6, and 7
Okay.
go through
I'm just gonna
4,
skim through this.
5, or there are no other combination. In other words, you get it now?
Alright,
Oh
you know,
no.
she's sad
You're
about
saying We aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Correct.
Uh,
Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. Oh my god, I'm choking on nothing again. I had some fries before this. They're really good. They're like from Popeyes. They tasted mildly like soap. Like, my food from Popeyes today just tasted like soap. Like, very faintly. I didn't even realize until, like, after I finished eating. It was like a weird aftertaste. Which is gross, but at least I can rest assured that whoever made my food had clean hands, I guess. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, sealed his resolve, and did his best to smile.
hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
this is
split up,
familiar
but
because
only
it's
for a while.
very death flag
This is just
dialogue.
like when we went into the. We got.
But she
all
didn't
that
die,
You
so it's
mean
fine.
Yeah.
At least
probably.
not last time.
Probably.
Might be different this time.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
What?
In other words, Zero's been on top of it. I'm damn sure he's not gonna end this game
I'm
until we
just
get
like
through the
skimming
night.
this to make sure nothing's different, but it doesn't seem like anything is. I can't skip, so I'm just.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yes.
Alright.
Promise?
Yes, I promise. Oh my god, my foot's cramping. What is my deal today? Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8.
Alright. I have some beef with Clover now. Oh, great.
Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care. Oh, and you know what? I was actually thinking that if Ace really was the person who shoved Snake into that room, that's even more messed up. Because he got away with it. At least, from what we could see. He went to door 9 with Lotus, and the door would be closed behind him. So Clover wouldn't have been able to get in there on her own. I mean, unless she used the bracelets. By then, it's like, it's a mystery what happened when they went through door 9. But, man. Wow. All her, like, violence would have been for nothing if Ace really was the thing. Like, the killer. I don't even want to call him that, it's just... I feel bad for, like, everyone here. And, like, even Clover. She did, like, a terrible, terrible thing, and I can't forgive that, but... I can understand, she must have been, like, so broken from what happened. Must have felt like she had no other choice. Sorry, I don't mean to get, like, all emotional, like, in a random scene. But, yeah, it just sucks. Everything sucks here.
Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Santa, 7, and June walked toward door 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then, Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
It's
Alright.
open.
Narrow hallway stretched out before them.
Okay.
Hurry!
Lotus and Clover leapt through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. This weird thing again. They looked at each other.
June.
Jumpy.
And
What the hell are you doing?
now Lotus gets to yell at me. Oh. And someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead.
Ugh.
Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could.
It stopped.
With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
Pointless.
She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Too late now. I better catch up to them.
Pairing anyone with Lotus is a mistake. She's always like that. After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed.
Oh, it's a dead end.
Yep. The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end.
There's a door on the left, though.
For a few moments, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Yes, I knew it. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it.
Laboratory? Oh.
I just like pronouncing it like that.
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Oh, Willow, are you hungry? Oh, she's hungry. Okay, I got distracted by my cat.
Junpei,
Huh?
please, you first.
Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
Ugh, fine.
He was probably thinking that, well, I'm gonna be a meat shield basically if there's anything bad in there. Alright, what's behind door 8? I mean, we already know what's behind door 8. What's behind the door to the lab? His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. I'm excited to see what this looks like. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. What the? The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
I wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
Looks so creepy.
Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed Lotus come up next to him.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
Wait, where's Clover?
She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad.
What is she?
There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, spoke.
Are you okay?
Clover looked away.
What are you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment,
Junpei,
but
you
suddenly...
just don't get it!
Her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind! Something happened to him! Something bad.
I know, darling. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, sheltered from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned toward them.
What happened?
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei.
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
I wonder if this is hard for Lotus, too. Like, she has daughters, didn't she say? And they're about Junpei's age. Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk quickly away.
Hey, wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone!
Might as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway.
Clover, watch out above you!
Uh-oh. Without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis. What? Ceiling Clover in. I've never heard that word. I'm gonna have to look that up afterwards.
What the heck? What's going on here?
Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
Hang on! I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined him. Aw. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but...
Damn it! It's not moving.
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Junpei nodded.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Alright, just a word of warning. I am still trying to get used to my new controller controls. So I will be extra finicky, I feel like. What the? Oops. Alright, this is behind us. Nothing about these boxes. Oh! Nice. What is that? Ethanol. Okay. Let me search it. I still need to write search and combine on my new page because I do not want to be forgetting again. Ethanol. I wonder if this is for antisepsis. Oh, it says anhydrous ethanol. So it's not a... Right, anhydrous. Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on, that's common knowledge. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. Okay, interesting. A whole bunch of seal lockers. The 9 on the right all have little lights on them. Red lights, huh? Oh, can't hurt to give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight, all 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in there. Oh, this reminds me. I did have another, like, weird passing thought about Lotus's daughter named Nona. And I remember earlier she was talking about, like, the roots of the Nonary game, like, the name of it. And she said Nona means 9. And so I'm wondering if... This is, like, such a weird theory, but maybe her daughter is, like, some sort of central figure in this? Even though she was, like, only mentioned in passing once, it just makes you wonder. I wonder if there's anything important in there. Well, we won't know until a little later. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. And no, nothing. Okay. The mouse. The mouse. Okay, the keyboard. This is the computer. The power's on. Well, there is a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops, yeah, you're right. No power cable. This thing isn't even connected to a main computer, though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, mouse. That's it. Just sticking the power cable in isn't gonna do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, let me go back. And, let's see. Oops, I did not mean to do that again. Okay, that's nothing. Oops. Interesting. This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Okay. I think this thing's supposed to power that machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. Probably with the thing that says on. This is a really old type of keyboard. Okay. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened. Well, it doesn't look like anything happened. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how I could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. What? Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Oh, I was really confused and scared. No, I don't know what I was thinking would happen. I just expected a really lame joke or something. The power cable, huh? I'll take that. 3-pronged power cable. Nice. The hands on the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. Alright? I wonder where that cable is connected to. Okay, one side of this thing is in the room with us. The other side extends to the laboratory where Clover is. In other words, the console in front of us is connected to the device in the laboratory. Okay. Let me go back and try and use this power cable in here. Alright. Huh? Oh shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. Great. That's right. Here's itchy. Back. Alright, so examine these 2 sides. Is there anything to say about this? Nope, it's just back to there. What the? Hey, Clover, there's a door over here, too. Wait, I'll be right there. I can hear her over there. Is this door gonna... Ah, damn it. I can't open it. Clover, what about your side? It won't work. I can't even move the knob. Okay, what about this thing? Control for an electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get it to turn green... It looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door isn't going anywhere. No dice. It won't open. I mean, that's about as much as I expected. I don't think Zero would let us out of the room quite that easily. Right? Right. Yes, it's just saying that it's locked and... Gotta figure it out somehow. Alright, and now we're back to this. Oh, joy. What's this? It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables. I can see the wires inside. I don't know what kind of table this is. Part of it's all black. There's a pen line over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Okay. I have an idea. I can use the ethanol if I can get it to her somehow. Those bars didn't look particularly, like, closely woven or whatever, so I could probably pass it through the bars. Ethanol, I mean. Well, if they only use the pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got it here. Okay. Alright, it just explicitly said I can hand it over. I wonder what this is. This thing here looks like a voltmeter. What? And is this the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. Hey, Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it! Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but... Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it, that's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? It's the sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless, not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay, can you hold on for a little bit? And back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it to you over at the bars, okay? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Hang in there, darling. I wonder what they washed here. There are these weird colored stains all over the sink. That's unnerving. What about this stuff? Oh, those are the cables? Anything else? I guess this drains for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here. Alright, anything else? Guess not. Alright, let's meet her over here now. Oh wait, hold on, can I see a different perspective? No. Wait, that had extra dialogue. What the? Oh. I did not mean to click on that. I was trying to look at the glass again. Clover, there's a door in the back, isn't there? Wait right there. I'll take a look. Aw. Oh no, it's locked. I can't get it to move. Window made of really thick glass. Doesn't matter what I hit it with. Might as well be made of steel. Right? Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Ha ha ha, just kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Okay, well... she really wants something to wipe with. Great. They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Okay then. Alright, can I receive from her now? Anyway, could you wipe off that permanent ink? Look, Clover, right now at this moment you're the only person we can depend on. I'm trusting you with this. Yeah, you trust me. I feel kind of special. Bruh. I'm trying to get the plug thing. Did she give it to me or what? What happened? Item? All I have is this crap. Oops, I'm not trying to look at it again. Or can I? Hey, Clover. And she's just wandering around the table. I don't think she even knows we're calling her. Okay. We're just talking, though, about the connector. Do I have to ask for it again? What? Okay. I think she's forgotten about the plug. Bruh. It's crazy work. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use, huh? Soak it in ethanol, and then use it to wash off the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay, so I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. If she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Alright, get it. Soak the cloth in ethanol, then... Junpei, it's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with that drawing Clover found? Maybe I could ask her to take another look at the table. Alright, what is it? I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the bars? Okay. Roger. Okay. Let's go over to here then. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. Alright, let me check that out. Clover's note. Right off. 3, 2, 4, 1. Oh, it's Sudoku, is it? Oh, interesting. At least that's my immediate thought seeing this. Let me write this down on my notes. First thing in my notebook. Actually, I'm gonna write search and combine first, and then I'll write this down. Hold on. Alright, I wrote all that down, and I wrote it small this time. I'm trying to get more mileage out this page. I don't think I'll even need much of it, since I only have one more room to do. Unless I have, like, theory notes and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like those are pretty much in my head. Here you go. The 2-prong plug, finally! Thanks. Okay. Check this out. Oh, I'm using my mouse again. Hold on. I put my controller down to write and then forgot to pick it up again. Alright. Okay, put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. And now we got that. Okay. Oops. Great, I love having hiccups right in the middle of recording. Alright, I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I like how they have to, like, fully specify that. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. And let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's going to happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Ta-da! Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor. If there's some...
Oh, that worked!
Okay. I am already over 30 minutes, so I'm actually going to stop right here and then immediately record the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry most of, like, a good chunk of this video was me talking about stuff, but if you stopped and listened to that, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I think I already said that, but I'm telling you again. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.